Thanks for joining us, and today we're going to start off with our sensor alignment with our magnet bracket. As you can see, the magnet here, and what we're looking for when we install it on this front activating bracket is a nice loud snap. If you don't get that snap, you're going to grab your bracket, bend it a little bit right here on the bottom, straighten that out in case it got bent in transit, and the top you could try and bend that down slightly so that when you install it on that front activating bracket, we hear a nice solid snap. That way we know it's secure, it's not going to get bumped and move side to side and give us some intermittent issues. Finish up by installing the screw to make sure that bracket's going nowhere. Now we'll put our motor kit on and we'll take a look at a few of the critical components to make sure your install goes smoothly. We can see our magnet on there, and on the circuit board we have our small sensor and then our protection for the sensor right next to it, so that as that magnet bracket comes down, it does not make physical contact with the sensor. So we're going to want to make sure our magnet lines up properly with the sensor. And we can see here, just installing it without any adjustment, that those are not going to line up properly. Because of the internal springs on the device, that push paddle is going to want to bring the motor kit forward. So we're going to pull it back so that we get good alignment on that magnet and sensor, as we see here. A good rule of thumb is that the top of the magnet bracket should line up or be flush with the opening on the motor kit mounting bracket. Now that we have correct sensor alignment, hold on to that motor so it doesn't move, and we can jump to the back and easily find the correct holes. Whether you're working on a Jackson or a Conair device, you can see the J mark for Jackson, the KW for Conair, so we can see that we're working on a Conair device. So I can hold that motor in place, and I'm going to install both of the screws supplied. Now we can jump up to the front of the device and secure the scissor bracket. Plug it into power or your Command Access field tester and fire it off. We can see here we have great alignment. So right now I'm at 27 volts. And continue recycling. Got to make sure I dial it down to right between 24 and 25 volts. And power up and hold just fine. If the cable guides supplied are not installed properly, as soon as you push that push pad down, it's going to bottom out on the power cord before it reaches full retraction. So you're going to get a failure on your motor. So make sure you remove the pad, get those cable guys set up as per the instructions in 3 different spots, and make sure that that power lead is pulled snug so it's out of the way of the push pad. So this is another part to check right here. When you're plugging these in, they might look plugged in, or they might, if you got a complete bar, have shipped loose. So one, it's nothing, dead. So plug that in, and when it's lightly plugged in, it's releasing, giving me 4 beeps. So you want to make sure it's fully plugged in. Now it works fine. Or to check our sensor wires, and if those are pulled out, you're going to just get a 4 beep. The 4 beep, so plug those in. Now I can see the sensor, should be fine. You can also check the same terminations at the MM4S.